Hi guys, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. Have you got a chance to take a look at my last few videos? I was using this set. It's called Up, the stamp and the matching die cast set. I designed this stamp set and matching die set in 2012. It has been a while. So this combo set is going to discontinue soon, and I've been using this set create probably 7 or 8 different videos to share with you how can you use this set to create too many different kind of ideas. So if you haven't got a chance to check it out, make sure you check it out. And this special promotion is going to end pretty soon. And then remember, this one is going to discontinue pretty soon. With this purchase, you will get 3 free digital files. Just make sure you click the link below and you will find out all the information. So today's video is going to be the last video that I'm using this up combo set. And today's video, I am actually going to share with you how to color the rainbow, with a stencil. Color the rainbow, you can go like each color, just a yellow, orange, red, one at a time, or you can use your blending tool. If you have been following my video, I'm the person probably don't have a patience to sitting there to do the detailed coloring. I like to have a fast result. So I was working on my sample card and I was kind of challenging how can I get a perfect rainbow. So I designed 4 different kind of rainbow shape, and make sure you click the link below to check that for rainbow shade digital file. If you have that kind of machine, you can totally do it, and I just love those stuff. Once when you learn, you can create as many as a stencil. You will never have to purchase a stencil anymore. And then this is just awesome because with this kind of technique, you can create any kind of stencil, any size you like, and then you can do the adjustment. So when I was creating this card, this was the first card I created, and I already share with you guys how to create this cloud template, the stencil. And I say, oh, if I can add a rainbow, that will be great. So I created a rainbow, and I was kind of challenging to do the coloring. And then you probably already know I'm not a person like to sit down there color yellow, orange, pink, blue. That's going to take me too long. So and then I create a stencil. I say, okay, I'm going to use a stencil. And then when I was using the stencil, this is something come out. So on the first one, I was using the magic mushroom to do the coloring. That's most of the people, when you have a stencil, you just use a sponge blending brush to do the coloring, right? So when I do the coloring, and then I say, okay, because the size of the magic mushroom is kind of big, it's a very limit. I cannot have that beautiful rainbow color. So I kind of try to figure out, I like to solve the crafting problem. So I was kind of did some experiment, and I finally figured out how I can get these perfect individual colors rainbow, and I would like to share with you. So for the Local Kings digital file, they always come with a JPEG file, PNG file, and the SVG file. So for the quick cut machine, they can read a lot of different kind of file. And for the broader machine, the scan and cut, only can read the SVG file, and actually you have to use their program to convert to the FCM file. So I did receive a few of the messages. Some of you guys want to know how we can use a Local Kings digital die cut on the broader scan and cut machine. I will definitely working on that and to share with you guys. So today's video, I am going to first to share with you guys how I did the coloring. And then if you like to learn, in the end of video, I will use a quick cut canvas to show you how to create those template. So here is some of the template I was play with, and I just love it. I am definitely going to work with a lot of more and share with you guys the awesome idea. So that's talk about the paper. So you can cut all the digital image that I create and I put for sale, I did make sure that is you are not going to have an issue to cut it. Some of the digital file, they probably make it very pretty, but you are going to have a technique problem because your machine probably won't read. For my understanding, like a broader scan and cut, their reading ability is a little bit weaker than the quick cut, but that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so you can definitely use the paper, but if you want to create a stencil that you want to use more and more, I will highly recommend you to use like the material is good for the stencil. And then I actually found out the best material for me so far is the Laminator Sheet. The Laminator Sheet is so easy and the price is so cheap, you can find everywhere. The thickness is perfect for cutting. I try use a few different kind of material and I have a problem to cut. Too thick it won't cut, too thin it won't work, because when you blending it's so easy to tear off. So I found out the Laminator Sheet is the best one so far. Also the projector sheet, I think the Laminator Sheet is much easier to find. So this is the one I use, and I think I only paid like a $20. I'm not sure how much I paid. And this is a 5 mil, but I'm not sure the 5 mil is after you laminate it, or because the Laminator Sheet comes with 2 sheets, right? So I don't know if I use a half sheet, does that count 2.5 mil? They have all different kind of the thickness, but I think because I have this one, I don't want to spend money to purchase something else, so I just use this one and then it works just fine. So I use a half of them. Does that count the 2 and the 2.5 mil? So who cares? Doesn't matter as long as they work. So this is what I use. Is 5 mil, but I only use a half sheet. Okay, so and then I create a few of the images. Look at this beautiful sunflower, and this one is actually free download. So if you go to localkingRubberStamp.com and then click the digital image, and you can find this sunflower. It's actually 2 images. They have a SVG file and a JPEG file, so you can print and cut, or you can just do the cut. And look how fine the cutting is. And then later on I will show you more about how to use the stencil and how to use those digital images. Not yet, it's just my experiment moment, and I just can't wait to share with you guys. So, and then this is the rainbow. Like I say, there's 4 different kind of rainbow, and then this is the cloud, and the other different kind of rainbow. And then you can see how fine those cutting line, but we won't have a problem to do that, to do the stencil. Okay, so what you can do is once when you cut all your Laminator Sheet, because Laminator Sheet is actually very easy to clean, I will show you how to clean it, and then you can reuse them. If you use paper, the paper at once when they absorb the ink, probably when you do the other color, they will contaminate the other color, or after you use a while, maybe they will start to falling apart. So the Laminator Sheet is the so far is the best material that I found. Okay, so let's start the video, and like I say, I'm going to share with you how to do a beautiful like a separate this rainbow color. And in the end of the video, if you like to learn how I create those stencils, just keep watching, because I know some of you guys just don't want to get there. You're not going to become a graphic designer, so no need to spend the time to learn all those kind of stuff. Okay, so I actually already pre-cut 2 sheets. I'm going to explain to you how did I do that. The best part is once when you create those stencils, you can use it again and again. Okay, so the cutting mat is very, very important, and especially you want to create the detail, like a lot of like a fine line area. The most important thing is you got to make sure your cutting mat is in the perfect condition, preferred like a new. So this cutting mat is this do hollow. So I purchased on the internet. Actually, I think the price is very good. I think they come with 6. Each one have a 2. This is strong grit, and they have a standard grit, and they have a light one. And then I am going to just keep this special particular sheet for my stencil only, because when you put your laminator sheets on your cutting mat, you got to make sure you're going to just pressing the whole laminator sheet everywhere evenly. If a little bit place they have a little bit air bubble when you run through the machine, and then when they cutting it, they hit that bubble, and then is going to tear the rest of that. So just make sure it's nice sticky but not too sticky, because I found out some of the cutting mat is so sticky that I have a problem to peel off my artwork. So take a look, and maybe because this laminated sheet is kind of like a plastic, so I don't really have a problem. So see how fine I just peel off like this. So I did it too. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then this one is totally, you know, there is 2 ways to do this. The first one I will explain to you later. How did I do the first coloring? It takes me a while, but I know most of you guys, just like me, have no patience. We don't want to spend that much money to working on one card only, right? So I'm going to share with you the first attempt. How did I do that? Okay, so that's the first one, and it's like this. Okay, the second one, actually, I kind of use the quick cut canvas program to separate each curve. So, and then I just do this. So I kind of separate. If you like to learn how to do that, just make sure you continue watch the video. In the end, I'm going to explain to you how did I do this one. Okay, so I have a 2, and then for these those little each individual pieces, you can keep it. Okay, it's totally after you. So we have a use of them. Okay, and I show you how we are going to do that. Okay, so if you want to learn, just watch at the end of the video. I show you how did I do that. Okay, so I'm going to grab a piece white paper. You can for example, if you want to make a card, you can have your size ready before you put your stencil on that. It's easier if you put like your stencil on top, and then you want to trimming it. It's doable too. So I like to use laminated sheets is because I think they kind of have some kind of static. So when you put on top of your paper, they actually sit there very nicely. And then when we doing the blending, there is something you got to pay attention. So you can use the paper, but I found out when I use the paper, okay, this is the paper, right? This is a little bit smaller, is okay, but when you can probably, let me pick it out, you can see. So when use the paper, because the tension, so they don't really sit flat on your cardstock, they kind of bumping. It's okay, you can still make it work, but it's just a little bit more challenge. Okay, so let's do that. Let's just put this laminated sheet on top of your cardstock. Okay, you can pre-trim, make sure the size of your cardstock. I just put a little bit tape here just in case. So we have a rainbow here, and you can see there's a stencil. There's 7 different sections. They are all open, right? Okay, so how did I do that then? I did the other sheet, and I made a little bit mistake because actually this curve is actually too close to my paper. But my video, I always share with you guys the boo-boo that I made. Okay, so how did I do the color? The first one, okay, let's do this. I'm going to show you if we don't blocking with the second sheet of laminator sheet, what's it going to look like if we just do the blending. Okay, and then one more thing is, This, because our laminated sheet is very thin, it's different with a stencil. So I do have those kind of blending brush. You can try. I think it will work okay, but it probably take a little bit longer time to do it. So I would suggest you, if you have like a magic mushroom, or if you have any like a spongy blending tool, they will work much better and faster. So instead of rubbing it, you want a tapping. And then this is our magic mushroom, and make sure, see, the brown one is much smaller than the yellow one, because I didn't moisture this one. I moisture this one. This is ready to go. You can use any kind of impact. You can tapping, you can brushing it. Okay, because the magic mushroom is kind of big, right? I cannot really have a control. So when I apply the color, I kind of color almost 4 or 5 different kind of rainbow. And then see, I just tapping it, gently tapping it. Okay, you can use any kind of dye-based impact or the pigment. They all work just fine. Find a little bit moisture impact. Okay, so we can use yellow, and let me see if we use the blending brush. Can we do that? No. See, this is what I'm talking about. When I use a brush, when I brushing it, I actually accidentally pick up this laminator sheet. So that's why I trying to tell you guys that you guys have to use a sponge tip. You can use if you don't have a Local King's Magic Mushroom, you can just use a makeup sponge. You can do, but just remember tapping, don't rubbing. Okay, just tap. Okay, and then I'm going to use the orange one, and I'm going to just gently tap. Okay, it's very fast and easy, and because we are just tapping directly 90 degree. Okay, so you hit hard, it get a darker color. You release a little bit pressure, it's become lighter color. Okay, so that's my orange part, and then I'm going to do the red one. So ink my stand gently. I didn't really clean my stencil, because if on the yellow light to the dark, it doesn't really matter. So darker color can cover the lighter color. So always remember, start from the light to the dark. Okay, try to tapping it. Try to avoid the rubbing, because rubbing, you just pushing the stencil away. We don't want it. So if you just do like a vertically, your stencil is going to stay there. So we're going to do the green, and then can just tapping the green. Okay, so far the color is not bad, it's pretty, it's like a rainbow. But the next color I'm going to use is probably going to start ruining a little bit that beautiful rainbow color. So I'm going to do a little bit blue. Okay, and then those color, they will blending together. Okay, so the next one, usually the one I'm having a little bit problem, so the purple. So the purple, I didn't really get the purple that I like. Okay, see that purple and the green and the blue, the color is kind of mixed, and then it kind of contaminate the color. Okay, so that's my rainbow. If you like it, that's good enough, but I want to do better. So here is how you clean. You just mix with a little bit water, and then use a napkin. Okay, don't rubbing it. Okay, just kind of tapping it, or a Kleenex is the best. Okay, see, very easy to clean. They won't pick up any color. Okay, remember, just tapping it. Let me just grab a paper towel. It's better. Paper towel is definitely much better than my dirty rag. Okay, make sure my table is nice and clean. Okay, so I have my stencil nice and clean, and then I'm gonna do the other one on the bottom, and this time I'm gonna try using the other stencil Okay, so I'm just kind of taping at that place. Okay, so here is another sheet. Okay, and then we're going to use this one kind of blocking. That's starting from the is this the smallest one first. So I actually have my smallest one, or we try, let's start from the yellow one first. So I want to do the yellow one is 1 2 3 number 3, so I'm going to do the number 3. So I kind of put my second stencil on the top of the first stencil. Okay, like here. Okay, just approximately there. And I'm going to explain to you how did I did my first one. It was actually much worse than this. Okay, so put my second stencil on the top of first stencil, and then when you cut it in, just a little bit careful. You can use the side of your magic mushroom. Okay, tapping. So that's much faster. Okay. Okay, so that's first one. Okay, you see I color the yellow part only, right? And then that's just put this stencil here, and then we just use my paper towel, kind of clean the surface. They are actually pretty sturdy. Okay, and then the second one, so I'm going to use my second layer, okay, to put on top. Okay, like this. It's not that hard, and then if you are not sure why you're coloring they don't move, you can just put the piece of tape there. Okay, and then we're going to use the second one, so it's going to be the orange. Okay, remember tapping. So I found out these laminator sheets because the sheets are much thinner, and then the coverage is better if you use paper, and then the paper have a thickness, right? Sometimes if the thickness is too thick, when you do the blending, they probably don't blending well. So again, I'm going to spray with some water and just clean. Okay, like this. Or you know what you can do? All the Local King's digital file, it comes with a PNG file. So what you can do is you can just print and cut, and then that's it. Okay, so and then we're going to working on the outside. So that's it's actually not very hard to line up. So let's do this, just approximately there, and then we're going to do the red. Okay, and then you can just tap. See how fast? Just make sure you're tapping everywhere. Okay. Or what you can do is you can just die cut it, and then use markers. After you die cut it, each individual color, you just use the markers to color them. That will do too. So anyway, they will do. Or you can just use the first one. It's not bad. It's just the purple color is kind of contaminated, but the other color is still good. Okay, keep clean. Okay, and then we're going to do the green. So number 4 are the green. Okay, I think that's good. And then we'll do the green. So let's do this. That's how I get all the pretty rainbow color. If you want the color is pop up like the individual color, not like a gradually change. Okay, so it's very important. You got to clean your stencil after you use it. Okay, and then now I'm going to do the blue. Okay, blue here, do the blue, tapping, and see how fast. Okay, and then put down the side, clean it, just use a little bit thin napkin, and that's it. And then we are going to do our purple. Going to use the same magic mushroom. Very fast. Okay, take away. And then last one, we are going to do the magenta. Oh, I do. So be careful. The magenta is more on the this side, so I kind of get a little bit color on my base card. But I know you guys want to see my boo-boo too, so I always share my boo-boo, so don't make the same mistake that I do. Okay, let's see what it look like. There you go. Except I screw up a little bit here, but you kind of get an idea. This is how I can get the perfect rainbow color instead of those muddy color. I can have a beautiful magenta, purple, and the blue and the green. So I think it's a good tip. And then if you like, give a try. So at this moment, all those 4 rainbow is on sale. They are only like $1.99. It's kind of testing the market to see how's the response from you guys, and then if you can leave me a feedback, it will be awesome. And for the broader skin and cut customers, I will definitely working on some other video to share with you guys what I know. I'm not expert of you know, the skin and cut. I'm like you, just learning. And then but while I'm learning, I just figured out some kind of great tips I kind of share with you. So I'm going to share with you guys how to cheat that broader skin and cut cutting mat, because for the quick cut you can use a compatible cutting mat, but for the broader skin and cut you have to use their mat, and their mat is so expensive. Sometimes you didn't pay attention, your machine, the pressure is too much, I cut through the mat. Actually, it happened to me, but I really don't want to pay that kind of money to buy the mat, so I actually figured out this way to cheat on that, how to do that. So this is how I come out with my beautiful rainbows. This is actually this one and this one. I didn't use the technique. I just show you. I just used the magic mushroom for blending. So that's it. And then I hope you like all those projects I created by using the up combo set, and pretty soon this set is going to discontinue. They will be no longer available in our online store. And just think about take opportunity of this awesome price. Okay, that's everything for today. If you like to know learn how did I create those 2 sheets of stencil, just keep watching. Otherwise I will see you next video. Thank you for watching. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. See you next time. Bye. Okay, if you continue watch, that means you want to learn how to create those stuff, right? So this is the one of the stencil, is our base stencil, and then I create the second one to kind of block the place that we don't want to use, only keep the section that is open for coloring. So once when you create this stencil, you can just keep them in those kind of binder with those kind of sleeve, and then next time you want to use it, you can easily to use it. Okay, so that's transfer my my screen to the quick cut. Okay, so here is the quick cut, and then let me grab my impact. So first of all, you are going to download the file, right? So you can see I already have my rainbow here. So I did this and I did this and this. Let's do this one, and then I'm going to open it, and it's loading. So this is my rainbow image. So this package actually comes with 4 different kind of rainbow, and then you can adjust the size, but don't make it too small, because those cutting line you won't be able to working with it. Okay, here is a great tip. When I design any kind of car project, I am going to, for example, if I want to create the car is a 6x6 or 5x5, so I am going to use a square or rectangle shape to create a working platform first. So this is a 5x5 car, right? And I'm going to just change a lighter color so you can see better. Okay, and then here's my rainbow, and there's at least a moment all the rainbow is glued together. We're going to bring to our or working state or platform first. Okay, so maybe the square is not good idea. Let's do the rectangle. So let's do 5x7. Okay, so height is 5 and the width is 7. Okay, so let's put the rainbow on top. Okay, so that probably better if you want to put the air balloon here, or you want to put something there, right? So we're going to just kind of figure it out. Oh, is this 5x7? Oh, it's actually 6. Let's do 7. Okay, 7 is better. So that way you can see my rainbow is a little bit smaller, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then you can kind of change in any direction you want, so this rainbow doesn't have to be like this way. Okay, so this is a kind of like a play. Okay, that's going to be the size I want to. Okay, and then I am going to save it first. So I'm going to save it just in case. I'm going to save it to rainbow B, because I already did A. So I'm going to do the rainbow B. Okay, so save the rainbow B. And then I am going to just close like hide my basic my basic card. And then you are going to open another shape, and this shape I want to be my laminator sheet. So that will be 9 by 11.5. So we is okay, I'm going to open another shape is 9. Wait, how come here? Go open the other. Okay, I'm gonna change. Okay, 9 by 11.5. Okay, 9 by 11.5. Okay, can I make it a little bit smaller? The mu. Okay, how about the viewing? Do they have a percentage? Okay, let me see. 11. Oh, it's too big. Oh, 11 by, no wonder. Okay, let's open a square rectangle. Width is 11. No, height is 11, width is 9.5. Okay, that's better. Higher, this one is I need my reading glass. 11 pouch. Actually, they say the pouch is 9 inches by 11. That should be fine. Okay, 9 by 11.5 or 8.5 by 11. They say the pouch, so we can just do 8.5 by 11. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now we have our basic, right? And I'm going to just drag it down. Okay, and then I have my rainbow here. And then this time I am going to just Control C, Control V. We're going to make one copy of the rainbow. I'm going to drag on the top of this 9.5 by 11, and I'm going to unlock. I'm going to unglue. Okay, so and then we are going to kind of separate all of them. Okay, so separate all of them like this. Okay, give them enough space between every stroke, like this. Okay, let me see, do they have like a view? They don't have the view, like a percentage of view. Okay, so you can see now we can actually move a little bit on the bottom. They should have the view. Okay, these. That's it. Okay. They should have the viewing. Don't they have a viewing? This is cannot be view. Like a percentage. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I am going to close the base color tool, and then I am going to group all those. Okay, and then we are going to do the cutting. So this one is group all together, and this one is group together. So we're going to cut this one first, the one on the left first. I am going to do the well. Okay, and then you can see they change all the red color. So, and then I'm going to group all these. I'm going to do well too. Okay, you can see all the red color. And then, but we're going to change this one to the orange because I'm going to show you. Because if I don't change the color when we go to the next page, okay, they are going to, because my laminator sheet is only 9 by 11.5, right? So I don't have enough space to cut everything. So we're going to do 2 sheets. So this is the first one, and then this is the second one. Okay, see, if I want to move this one to here, okay, I don't have enough space. That's why I try to change the color to do 2. So that's hide this one, hide the section. Does that make sense? And then we're going to continue. So we're going to die cut it, and then after the die cut it, that's how we get the 2 different kind of stencil. One is the base one, and the other one is for blocking. Hoping this explanation it makes sense. You can give it a try. And then when you choose the paper, you can not the paper material. You can just choose a stencil film 0.4 mn. I use this one, and I have no problem to cutting. You don't want the too much pressure, and you want to have enough pressure. So that's and then we're going to just close this one. Yep. So that's how I end out to be able to color the rainbow one color at a time. So if you want to create like a 2 different kind of stencil, see, this is the other one, and I was a little bit confused about the which one is which one. So I actually use the alcohol marker to mark like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that way I know number 1 is the number 1, number 2, number 3. So I think it's a good tip for me, and that it worked well. I use this one and to color my rainbow. It ended out to have the color that I was very happy with it. So I think it's a great tip. If you guys want to give a try, that will be great. So that's everything for this combo set. I hope you guys enjoy all the video, and that I am actually going to working on some other project perhaps about the stamping and the die cutting. I know some of you guys don't have a digital die cut machine yet, and probably don't want to see too many those kind of digital cut. This is just something in the future, and I think I'm going back to do to create a car making. If you have any question, leave me a comment below. Let me know. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.